The secret. No one told you about growing older. Listen closely, because I'm about to reveal a truth that most men over 60 have never heard before. If you've woken up feeling like your best days are behind you, like your body has quietly stepped out of the game, you need to know that it's not the end of the road. It's just the start of a new chapter. For years, we've been told that declining desire, weak performance, and that dull ache of lost intimacy are just part of aging, something to accept, to live with, to never speak about. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? What if I told you there are natural, powerful ways to reignite that fire within, to feel not just like a man again, but like the best version of yourself, confident, present, and fully alive? As a men's health specialist with decades of experience, I've seen it happen firsthand. I've watched men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond transform their lives, not through pills or surgeries, but by tapping into the potent forces of nature itself. And today I'm going to share that with you. So if you're ready to break free from the myth that aging means giving up, and if you're open to discovering the secrets that have helped countless men reclaim their strength, their connection, and their confidence, you're in the right place. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might just change everything you thought you knew about your body and your future. Let's dive in. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell, so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Tongkat Ali, the root of male power. Let me tell you a truth that's often lost in the noise of modern medicine. Real, lasting intimacy starts with the ancient roots of your masculinity, and few roots are as powerful as Tongkat Ali. Known scientifically as Eurycoma longifolia, this Southeast Asian herb has been used for centuries to invigorate men's sexual health and performance. But what makes it truly remarkable isn't just folklore. It's the scientific validation that confirms its role as a potent natural testosterone booster and circulation enhancer. Research published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition 2013 showed that men who took Tongkat Ali extract for just 4 weeks experienced significant increases in testosterone levels, along with reductions in cortisol, the stress hormone that quietly sabotages desire and connection. These aren't minor changes. The study reported average testosterone increases of over 37%. That's a biochemical shift that can turn fatigue into vitality and doubt into confidence. But numbers only tell part of the story. In my own practice, I think of men like Robert, a retired firefighter in his early 60s, who came to me looking for answers. He said, "Doc, I feel like the man I used to be is slipping away." We started him on a 200 milliliter daily dose of standardized Tongkat Ali extract, and by week 3, something had shifted. Robert told me, "It's like the fog has lifted. My mornings are brighter. I feel stronger, clearer." And my wife, she noticed too. This is the quiet power of Tongkat Ali. Not an overnight miracle, but a gradual reawakening of what time and stress have tried to erase. What sets Tongkat Ali apart from quick fixes like pills or injections is how it works with your body's own rhythm. It gently signals your pituitary gland to release more luteinizing hormone, which in turn stimulates your testicles to produce more natural testosterone. This isn't forced chemistry. It's a restoration of the way your body was designed to work, reviving the biological signals that drive blood flow, sensitivity, and the deep-seated sense of masculine power. Beyond hormones, Tongkat Ali also has documented benefits for blood circulation, crucial for older men struggling with performance issues. A 2012 study in evidence-based complementary and alternative medicine found that Tongkat Ali significantly improved muscle strength and reduced body fat, both markers of better blood flow and cardiovascular health. When your blood vessels are open and your testosterone is climbing, you're not just getting an erection. You're reclaiming the very foundation of your vitality. If you're a man over 60 and you feel like part of you has been lost, remember this. Tongkat Ali is more than a supplement. It's a bridge back to the man you know yourself to be. And the best part, it's just the beginning. Because while Tongkat Ali awakens your core strength, there's another ancient root that keeps that fire alive in the bedroom, a Peruvian secret that might surprise you. Are you ready to hear it? Let's dive in. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Maca root, the Incan secret for stamina. For centuries, deep in the highlands of the Andes, Maca root, also known as Lepidium meani, has been cherished as a natural source of vitality and sexual stamina. But beyond the ancient legends, modern science has begun to confirm what the Incan warriors knew all along. Maca isn't just another herbal remedy, it's a potent adaptogen that works at the intersection of mind, body, and masculinity. I've seen this firsthand in men who come to my practice feeling worn out and disconnected. Take Jerry, a 67-year-old retired teacher who came to me with a simple yet profound confession. "Doc, I miss the way I used to feel, energized, alive, connected to my wife in ways that words can't really express." He wasn't looking for a quick fix or a magic pill. He was searching for something deeper, a way to restore not just physical performance, but the emotional spark that makes life feel rich and intimate. I recommended Maca not because of hype, but because the evidence is there. In a 2010 double-blind, placebo-controlled study published in Andrologia, researchers found that men taking Maca for 12 weeks reported a significant boost in sexual desire and performance compared to those taking a placebo. Another clinical trial in CNS Neuroscience and Therapeutics 2008 revealed that Maca could reduce psychological symptoms of sexual dysfunction, such as low libido and feelings of inadequacy, symptoms that can haunt men in their later years when they feel invisible or unworthy. For Jerry, this translated into real-world changes. He began taking 500 milligrams of organic Maca root powder each morning, stirred into his smoothie. At his follow-up appointment a month later, he said with a smile that lit up the room, "It's like I've woken up from a long nap. I'm not just more present with my wife, I'm more present in my own skin." That's the magic of Maca. It doesn't override your natural rhythms. It gently coaxes them back to life, balancing stress hormones like cortisol, which can choke off libido while supporting the body's natural production of sex hormones. What's even more remarkable is how Maca works to promote healthy blood flow, a critical factor for strong, lasting erections. Studies show Maca can help increase nitric oxide, the molecule that relaxes and opens up blood vessels, allowing oxygen-rich blood to surge where it's needed most. This isn't about forced arousal, it's about restoring the capacity to respond naturally, to be fully present for the moments that matter. For men like Jerry, and for you, Maca is more than just an herb. It's an invitation to reclaim the strength and connection that age and stress have quietly eroded. Because when you restore stamina at this deep level, you don't just bring back physical function, you bring back the warmth, the laughter, and the spark that keeps love alive. But Maca is only one piece of this ancient puzzle. Next, we'll unlock a hidden secret from the East that acts like nature's own circulatory booster, helping blood flow freely and turning back the clock on performance. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Let's keep going. 3. Ginkgo biloba, the forgotten flow booster. For most of us, Ginkgo biloba is a name that stirs memories of brain health supplements or vague promises of sharper focus. But hidden within its fan-shaped leaves lies a secret that's far more intimate and far more essential for aging men seeking to reclaim their spark. Ginkgo isn't just for the mind. It's a profound circulatory catalyst that reaches the deepest, most personal parts of who we are. Let me tell you about William, a 72-year-old former Navy mechanic who came to my office with a quiet frustration he could barely voice. "Doc, I'm here, but I don't feel here anymore." He was describing not just a lack of sexual performance, but a loss of sensation, a sense that the very signals of life had dimmed. We talked about stress, hormones, and all the things that weigh down the heart and mind, but we also talked about blood flow, the silent river that carries oxygen and feeling to every corner of your body, including those that define intimacy. That's where Ginkgo shines. A 2011 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that Ginkgo biloba improved erectile function in men who struggled with blood flow-related issues. Its natural compounds, flavonoids and terpenoids, act as gentle vasodilators, opening up those tiny, delicate vessels that so often become stiff and narrow with age. For William, this meant that the fog of disconnection he felt was more than just mental. It was physical, too. And Ginkgo offered a bridge back. I started him on 120 milligrams of Ginkgo extract twice daily. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but after 6 weeks, William looked at me with a quiet, almost surprised relief. "Doc," he said, "it's like I can feel again, and not just there," he added, his eyes brightening. "I feel more present, more alive, like I've come home to my own body." That's the power of circulation. It doesn't just move blood, it reawakens the pathways of sensation and connection. Ginkgo also supports oxygen delivery to every cell, a vital step that can mean the difference between numbness and passion. It reduces inflammation that creeps in as we age, and it has even been shown to improve mood and mental clarity, because let's face it, feeling alive and feeling connected go hand in hand. For men who've spent years silently worrying that their best days were behind them, Ginkgo is a gentle yet powerful reminder that the body's capacity to feel, to respond, and to connect doesn't simply vanish. It just needs the right support to flow freely again. And yet, as incredible as Ginkgo's impact is, it's only part of the story. Because while it revives the pathways of blood and sensation, there's another herb that reaches even deeper, reigniting the very signals that define what it means to be a man. If you're ready to discover the final piece of this powerful puzzle, stay with me. It's about to get even more fascinating. Let's keep going. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Tribulus terrestris, the male rejuvenator. There's something profoundly personal about the role of testosterone in a man's life. It's more than a hormone. It's a silent force that shapes how we move, how we connect, and how we feel like ourselves. As we age, those levels quietly decline, and with them goes the edge, the drive, the confidence, the ease of intimacy. That's where Tribulus terrestris steps in, not as a synthetic crutch, but as a natural spark that reignites your body's own power. I think of Alan, a 69-year-old grandfather and retired electrician who came to me not because he wanted to feel younger, but because he wanted to feel alive again. "Doc," he said, "I'm tired of feeling invisible. I want to feel like a man, not just in my head, but in my bones." For Alan, it wasn't about chasing some adolescent fantasy. It was about reclaiming a sense of presence and dignity that had been slipping away. I introduced him to Tribulus, a humble-looking herb with an extraordinary ability to restore balance. Clinical research backs this up. A 2014 review in the Journal of Dietary Supplements confirmed that Tribulus stimulates the release of luteinizing hormone, the signal that tells your testicles to produce more natural testosterone. Unlike synthetic hormones that can shut down your body's own rhythm, Tribulus works with your system, coaxing it to remember what it once knew so well. For Alan, this meant taking 500 milligrams of standardized Tribulus extract every morning. The changes weren't immediate, but they were unmistakable. Within a month, he told me he was sleeping better, waking up with more energy, and most importantly, feeling that familiar pulse of desire he thought was gone forever. "It's like I'm back in my own skin," he said. "I'm stronger, clearer, and I feel my wife's touch in a way I haven't for years." What makes Tribulus so unique is how it works on multiple fronts. It's not just about testosterone, it also strengthens the blood vessels that carry oxygen and nutrients to the most intimate parts of your body. This dual action, hormonal and circulatory, means you're not just seeing a number go up on a blood test. You're feeling the warmth of connection, the thrill of sensation, and the quiet pride of knowing your body still remembers how to rise to the occasion. Studies have even shown that Tribulus can boost mood and reduce the stress that weighs so heavily on intimacy in later years. It's this emotional balance, this sense that you're not just functioning but truly alive, that makes the difference between going through the motions and genuinely sharing a moment with someone you love. For Alan, and for countless men like him, Tribulus was the gentle reminder that life's best moments don't have an expiration date. They just need a nudge, a signal that says, you're still here and you're still capable. And as powerful as that is, the real magic happens when you bring it all together. Because while Tribulus reawakens the hormonal engine, there's a final step that ties every piece of this journey into a powerful, unstoppable whole. Ready to see how it all fits together? Let's dive in. 5. Ashwagandha, the stress destroyer. In the quiet moments of the night when the weight of years can feel like a burden pressing down on your chest, there's a hidden thief at work, stress. It's a silent killer that seeps into your blood vessels, your hormones, and your confidence, slowly choking off the flow of life and connection. But there's a powerful antidote growing deep in the roots of the earth. Ashwagandha, known in Ayurvedic medicine as the strength of the stallion. It's more than a stress reducer, it's a life restorer. For years, I've watched men like Martin, a 66-year-old accountant who spent decades under fluorescent lights and deadlines, come to me not just worn out, but worn thin. "Doc," he confessed, "I've lost the edge. I feel heavy and tired even though I'm doing everything right." In Martin's voice, I heard the silent struggle that so many men face, the feeling of being disconnected from their own vitality, from their own manhood. What Martin didn't realize, and what many men overlook, is how stress, specifically the cortisol that floods your system when you're stuck in fight-or-flight mode, can sabotage every part of your intimate life. It narrows your arteries, it dampens your testosterone, and it leaves you feeling like a shadow of who you once were. That's where ashwagandha shines. A 2019 meta-analysis published in Medicine, Baltimore, found that ashwagandha can significantly lower cortisol levels while gently boosting testosterone, creating a hormonal environment that supports not just performance, but peace of mind. I started Martin on 600 milligrams of a high-quality ashwagandha extract each evening. Within weeks, his sleep deepened, his mornings became brighter, and his evenings were no longer filled with that restless, edgy fatigue. "It's like I'm not just surviving anymore," he said with quiet gratitude. "I'm actually here, clear, calm, and ready to be with my wife, fully." That's what ashwagandha does. It softens the hard edges of stress so that your body can once again remember how to feel. But it goes deeper than that. Ashwagandha also strengthens the very blood vessels that bring oxygen and life to the places that matter most. By reducing inflammation and restoring vascular tone, it opens up the pathways that age and worry have tried to close. It's not an instant switch. It's a gentle but powerful awakening that reminds your body what it's capable of when stress is no longer holding you hostage. For men like Martin, and for you, ashwagandha offers something priceless. Not just a harder, stronger erection, but a softer, more open heart. Because the truth is, real intimacy doesn't come from force. It comes from feeling safe, present, and fully alive in your own skin. And here's the real beauty. When you combine ashwagandha with the other powerful herbs we've explored, Tongkat, Maca root, Ginkgo biloba, and Tribulus terrestris, you create a symphony of support that can turn back the clock on your vitality, one steady breath at a time. So stay with me, because next, we're going to tie it all together and show you how these 5 ancient allies can work in harmony to bring you back to life in ways you may have thought were gone forever. Let's finish this journey together. You're not done, you're just beginning. If you've stayed with me through this journey, then you already understand something too many men have forgotten. Aging isn't an eraser of who you are, and it doesn't have to steal your fire. The 5 herbs we've explored, Tongkat, Maca root, Ginkgo, Biloba, Tribulus, Terrestris, and Ashwagandha are more than just plants. They are ancient allies that speak the same language as your body, nourishing the blood flow, hormones, and emotional connection that make you feel truly alive. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s transform not with magic pills, but with nature's steady, honest support. These herbs don't mask symptoms. They restore balance, strengthen your circulation, and remind your body how to feel and respond with confidence and warmth. So if you're feeling the weight of years, or if you've quietly wondered if your best days are behind you, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not done. You're just getting started. The capacity for intimacy, connection, and passion is still inside you, waiting to be rekindled. Let this be the beginning of a new chapter, one where you don't settle for feeling invisible, but instead reclaim the strength and tenderness that have always been yours. Because you're not broken. You're simply ready to remember who you truly are. Let's take that next step together.